Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Flux here, and welcome back to Rhinestone Island, and as you may have seen in that new time-lapse, we do have a couple new mods that I've added to the game now. Kind of about time for some of these. As you can see, I've got the new prop mod, so I can add props to the game just like I could anything else, like place them wherever I want, which is kind of cool. But on top of that, I also got the prop anarchy mod, which allows me to place, I think it's not just props, but also, let's just try it, I guess, why not? It's Shift P to turn that on. You couldn't actually, I'll let you actually see that happen. If I click Shift P there, you can see it. It toggles between off and on. So now it's on, which should let me place this whatever I want. Yeah, you can see I can put this like straight on this thing, or, inside these buildings. Basically, it just turns off the building clearance, so you can place things wherever you want, which is awesome. But anyway, I'll turn that off for now. So we got those two, and then I got one more pretty significant mod. This is the one you probably would have actually noticed in the time lapse, but now if I hover over a building, say like this one right here, and then I press the T button, now we have kind of like the eyedropper building tool. So what this does is then I can place this anywhere as long as it's got the same tile fulfillment. So if I have, this is a 3x4, so I need like a 3x4 space to place it, so that would work just fine. then of course it'll grow that building in there. But this is just really useful for kind of filling out these cities and really trying to create that that building height fade, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know if that's really the right word for it, but you know, get the tall buildings right in the middle here and kind of move out and get some smaller buildings. But I use that quite a bit actually over here in downtown Dale to really try and create the illusion of a nice looking downtown area. Now I actually want to use it a little bit more in these buildings, but I'm still working on getting more variety in those buildings. So I need to wait until we have some more different buildings spawn to do that. But anyway, that's what we've done so far, and I'll probably be using that quite a bit in this area to really create the illusion of like this cookie cutter, you know, very manufactured, very planned out casino strip with lots of, you know, similar buildings and things like that. So we'll try and do that later on, but I really don't want to touch on this too much this episode, as I probably mentioned last episode as well. I'm really trying to work on some of this stuff and continue on with Dale and downtown Dale, expanding out this way a little bit and working on this area just to kind of get that stuff out of the way. And then once I'm done actually doing all the detail work, which you may not have noticed this right away, but I finally went back and fixed the duplication bug, so you can see no more duplicated trees. And I didn't find an easy solution, so if any of you guys follow me on Twitch, you know that I basically just deleted all the trees all over this area, all over this thing. All this stuff's replaced as well, and all around this area. And as you can see, there's no trees right now in the main part. I'm still working on getting the rest of these done, but that was a very tedious process. It took a painstakingly long time to remove all these trees and replace them. But I'm finally at a point where I've at least gotten like the main city finished again, which is nice. And I tried to do a bit less foliage in this area this time, so kind of leave it more natural looking, like a big rock quarry or something, kind of like a big cutout area like it really is. And then of course, you know, fixed all this foliage. But we're far from done. We did some work in the foliage over here as well. I actually didn't show any of the foliage replacement, just like the new stuff. So the foliage around this little area and all that stuff. But I still need to finish the foliage over here, and of course finish it on this area. But I really didn't want to start a new part of the casino area, which is going to take quite a bit of detail work to make it look nice, quite yet. So even though I've already started this like 2 episodes ago, I'm going to keep working on everything else first. And once I can catch up in the off-camera work with all this tree placement, then we can get working on the casino area. So I hope that makes sense for you guys. And if you do want to watch me putting these trees back, which I can't, I mean, I don't know, it's not that exciting, but if you want to watch it anyway, I'll probably be streaming it on Twitch like I have been, so look for that there. But let's go ahead and start on some building. So I got a lot of feedback. I mentioned that I was considering working or reworking Dale, and a lot of you guys actually really liked the way this looked with the nice grid here, and I kind of agree. There's something about this cool grid that kind of carries over the current grid in Rhinestone City. So I think that I'm going to go with that. I'm going to leave this how it is because it kind of does look nice as it is. And then we'll kind of work in some of this cool organic stuff over here and out this way a little bit as we get closer to the casino area. So let's go ahead and do that now. And what I really want to try and do is use the building dropper tool to kind of create. And actually, I almost did this. Let me see. Where was I working on this before? I think it was over here. Oh, right, it was over here. So why don't we test this out a little bit, and I can show you guys kind of what this tool can really do, because it's actually a really powerful tool. So if we grab, say, this office building here, what I was kind of imagining is using it. And let me just speed this up so they all grow in fast. But if we can use it like this to kind of create these little corner offices. Oops, for some reason that didn't grow in. I'm not actually sure why. Alright, so I figured it out. I spent a bunch of time wondering, and I'll pause this for a minute or play it for a minute, wondering why the dropper tool would just cause it to go away right away. And my first thought was, oh, okay, well, the tile isn't obviously adequate. So it's not at the level it needs to be to go to this building, and then that's why it's just immediately going away. But what's actually happening is this building here is right on the edge of being a level 2, and all these already qualify for being level 2. So every single time that I was eye-dropping this over here, it was just building it and then upgrading it, which is obvious. So with that said, that means that we actually can't, I'm going to pause this real quick. We can't actually use these buildings over here unless we want to like deliberately make this not qualify for level 2 buildings. So we'll go ahead and pick a level 2 building instead for our little office space over here. Now, I actually think that a few of these look pretty sweet. Let's try and find a building that would kind of look good if it was repeated a few different times. I think this is actually a pretty good candidate. In fact, I think I might just go with that one then. Now, something that I'm a little bit interested in now is if we happen to have a building max out here, will it upgrade to... because here's the thing. So like I said earlier, this area right here is in a district that bans high-rises, but I think that there are level 3 buildings that aren't high-rises in this area, and I'm actually not sure if that will cause a problem later on. It'd be nice to know that now, actually. So I'm gonna go ahead real quick, and I'm gonna make sure this one maxes. So let's see, what else do we need? I'm just gonna put like a few random things here just to like make sure that it maxes out. So like a fire, and I think they need what, like death care too? Yeah, death care. So these are just temporary, obviously. So if we max these out, there we go. Now let's hit fast forward and see what happens here. These are commercial, obviously, but I think that if you ban high rises, then they'll just get to the max level, but they won't actually upgrade anything else. So I guess this is a good way to find that out. It looks like death got increased. Yeah, I think they'll just stay like right there. Okay, there we go. High rise ban. Okay, awesome. So if you hover over this, building cannot level up because the high rise buildings are banned. Okay, so that's good to know. So if you get to that max level, there won't be like another building that'll mess up your cool eye dropped buildings from later on or earlier on. So now that we know that, we can go ahead and create our little office space over here. I actually really like this building. It kind of feels like I don't know, it's nice. Let's try and use this one, or try and incorporate this one in our design here. So I'm going to pause the game just because I know for a fact that we're going to have to probably do something to make this work. So I don't want to have buildings like growing up while we're working on this. So let me delete these. Now we do need to have this tile zoned the proper zone, so that's good. Now I can get out of this area and I can duplicate this. And I actually think I want to do it. I think I want to do it here in the exact same angle, just for consistency. So put one like that, and then we'll do one more right here. Yes. Maybe one more. Let me think about this for a minute. Oh, that's a 3, so that won't work here unless we zone this. But okay, let's try this for a minute then. I'm going to go ahead and remove these zones while we figure this out. Also, I'm going to remove these zones real quick. Oh, wait, I want to leave that one. Leave this one because I'm going to use this building in a minute. But delete that one. Oh, interesting. The same thing's happening. What the heck? That's really confusing, actually. Not quite sure why this is not growing up. Let's pay attention to what pops up here. There we go. Alright, so far so... Oh, and then it goes away. And what's growing in its place? This looks like a level 2 building. So maybe we're not quite at that level yet. I think that's what's happening. This area must not be ideal quite yet. So... what do we need to upgrade this stuff? I mean, these are fine, obviously, but apparently we're not there yet. I'm just one more test then. What if we just straight up put like medical, death care is already there. It's not going to do anything, but I'll just put like fire, right? All this stuff, pretty much everything they could possibly want to maintain. Okay, so now it's going to upgrade. So if I do this, delete that stuff. Now if I do the dropper tool, Okay, I don't want that to grow in. Hang on, let me pause it. Delete you. Now if we do the dropper tool, it should for sure leave the building where it's supposed to be. And I'm actually going to have this one here, and I'm going to rotate this one. So it should be like that. Now, let's see. In theory, this should work. So play. Alright, grow in. And they shouldn't go away now. Alright. Oh. What the heck, man. These seem fine. They're being populated. Maybe it's like the workers that's causing the problem then. So if this is getting populated, then these should grow here in a minute. Something should grow. Ooh, maybe it's the demand that's not growing them now. Okay, something's growing up. It's this one. Now it's probably gonna like immediately go here and then upgrade, I'm guessing. Once we get workers. There we go. Service progress, education, happiness. Now it's gonna upgrade and go to this. So what the heck then? Why can't I just plop the... I don't really understand why I can't just plop these down as is. I mean, they're here now, so that's cool. But I wish that there's a bit more of like a uniform way to understand why that happens. Because I really still don't know. But I'm going to try duplicating this one then. So let me do this. Let's try this. Maybe one of you guys know in the comments. I'm still kind of learning this tool. But it'd be nice to know why this sometimes happens. So those move in. We'll see if they downgrade or something. I don't see a downgrade happening over here, which looks good. Alright, awesome, awesome. I should be able to delete this stuff. I mean, I don't actually need it there. Let's see if that downgrades this or anything like that. I don't think it will. Alright, so this is the final result of the little office area over here. We got a nice little logo on the front. Try to kind of carry that around all the different corners of the little complex. Got some nice, these are just the parking lots. These are obviously already going to be placed down, but I've got some different props like this cool horseback riding statue. I put down some little tables out front and like a little, I don't know, picnic table area. I threw in some of these little details in here and like a parked pickup truck trailer down there. A few more little pieces kind of through here just to kind of tie in the buildings together and make them feel like they're all one big complex. Also some different dumpsters here and there, one back here as well. And just some detail work, some trees where you couldn't normally place them like right up against the asset. And yeah, that's the final result. So I want to try and do stuff like this. Hopefully this will be more useful whenever we're actually making things in the casino city. You know, when it comes to just like making nice looking little plazas by all these casinos. I want to have pretty much the whole place feel like a big resort, you know, just like Las Vegas does. Have like lots of cool stuff on the sidewalks, you know, little food shops and park benches and all that cool stuff. So we'll get to that when we get to it. But anyway, I think it's about time we actually work on this part of town. I was just planning on doing a little bit of practice with this tool, and it actually turned out pretty cool, I think. So I'll try and do more detail like this whenever we actually detail this whole area. But yeah, let's go ahead and start with this. So just like the other area, I want to definitely block out areas that will probably end up being little complexes of their own. So let's go ahead and try and create something like that over here. Now there's a bus stop and a metro line here. Should keep that in mind. This is also a one-way street, so anything coming off of this road would definitely need to only go one way. You don't want to have them coming out and back this way. It doesn't make a lot of sense. So maybe we could actually have a plaza over here that enters directly from this and also from somewhere else over here. It's like an in-out. So yeah, let's go ahead and try that real quick then. And actually, you know, we could have a two-way. Because it doesn't really matter. They would just exit and go this way. So may as well also have the option for a two-way street that way. But I think before we actually make the entry point, let's go ahead and just draw some roads for this little complex. And I want to get some inspiration from this side. So looks like we did a sidewalk and a block distance. Now we may have more space than that over here, so might have to get a bit creative with that. But we could do some parking on this side. It might look good to do that. So I might try to work with 4 instead of with 2 for our gap. So I'll try something like this for now, just to work on the corner. And we could have an entryway. Let me think about this for a minute. If we do it here, like this, then if we build a building here in this corner, we could definitely have a little space for a walkway that could go between the buildings, which might look kind of nice. So why don't we try and do something like that, just to start this off. There we go. Go ahead and make these. Now we don't have a huge demand for office space right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and zone that anyway, and we'll assume we're gonna have full density buildings here at some point. Let's see, actually, you know, it might look kind of cool to have a little walkway this way as well. If we do this, yeah, that kind of looks nice. I like that. Then we could have this fill in here. And I might do a double. There we go, a double, and then we'll do another sidewalk back here that's going to be offset. So right there to there. That looks good. Alright, so far so good on this little plaza. Now, definitely going to need an exit, obviously. That's not right here. And an entry point for that matter. So you don't want to have the only entry point be off this main road here. So we could actually make it come off this. I actually kind of like how that would look. Why don't we try that real quick? I'm going to draw this out. Obviously it's not going to go all the way out here, but we'll just try that real quick. Oops, that's the wrong road type. There we go. So now if we did that, oops, is that curved? That looks curved to me. Not really sure why it curves like that. There we go. Then, wow, look at all this cargo coming in this way. I think these are all coming off of, oh, you know what, I couldn't actually tell it. It might have been from here. That's a lot of cargo. Alright, a few, oops, they have no power right now. We'll get that connected in a minute here. We'll delete that. Make a little curve through here. That looks nice. Alright, I think I like that. Now if we do that, I think I'm going to make this whole thing like a big industrial plaza type area. Whoa. Ah, you know what I just realized is I did not disable the prop and tree clearance thing. That's why that just happened. Let me disable that before we keep building, but I'm gonna first get rid of all these things around here anyway. Okay, so now that that's gone, then we do Shift P to disable the prop and tree anarchy. There we go. And then, so that looks pretty good like that. I don't think that I actually want this to connect over here. Maybe we'll have an entry from this side though, that might look good. But let's figure out parking. I think that it would make sense to have a parking lot here. I need to bring this out further first. It makes sense to have a parking lot in here, like right in the middle. And I know I have a 4x4 parking lot, so if I do that once and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is actually more than 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Now we can grab a parking lot. Let's see, which one should we use? I think that I actually like this one a little bit better than this one. Let's look. Yeah. Okay, we'll use this one instead. So 1, 2. There's some nice parking for this back area over here. Right next to this. And then Definitely going to want some more parking back here, so let's see. But before I put this here, I just want to figure out what else we're going to do with this back side, because I don't want to block us in too much. Delete this for a minute. So if we had a road come out this way, right here, that would leave room for one more building on that side, like that. Obviously zone this like so. And connect you. Boom. And I think we should actually, I don't want this to get too I don't know, it's definitely just like a big rectangle right now. Let's try to break that a bit. Wow, yeah, there's a ton of cargo that comes in this way. Didn't really realize that, actually. I may need one more cargo stop. I have one right here, but I think I'm going to do at least one more on this side. Well, we do have a service from this one. We'll see, but I might do one over here somewhere. And I'm definitely going to have, I just have these dead ending right now, but this is going to be one more road that goes all the way down here. And definitely going to need a cargo section for the casinos over here at some point. Alright, cool. Let's try to play off this angle here, if we can. And I think I'm going to go with the same gap, the 4 gap here. So why don't we try something different? If we go here, connect that like that. Oop, that feels like it wasn't straight for some reason. Oh, maybe it was. Yeah, that's straight. Okay. So if we bring this all the way down to here, might make a little curve at the end. Yeah, this will look good. So if we do that, need to get a nice clean connection. Boom. Okay, that looks good. Now for this road, I almost want to just do so maybe one building here, maybe one parking lot right here. Yeah, that's kind of tricky, isn't it? Okay, well, yeah, I like the idea of having a parking lot right there, so let's just go ahead and roll with that. Put the parking lot in there. And then it'd be nice to start putting buildings in on this side. Maybe we have some smaller little buildings like this every 2. I don't even know it grows in for like a 2 space like this with an office. Kind of curious what that's going to look like. Let's speed it up and see if it grows in. I bet it'll all be the same building, or I can make it all the same building. Whoops. That was kind of weird. It's like a little smaller. Yeah, I don't want them to be different. So I don't really like this one as much. I think this one looks much cleaner. These could be little, man, it's like by default connecting them, which is really strange. Oh, that looks much better. Let's wait for them to upgrade real quick. I like that a lot better. Oh, they can get as tall as this even. What is this? Okay, this is level 2. And I think we have, do we have a ban on high rises over here? Oh, we don't, but we're going to have it banned. This is going to be part of Dale. So let's go ahead and make sure that no high rises move in here before we get any further with this. Whoops. There we go. Fix that real quick. Awesome. So there's a high-rise band now. I almost want to use these more than I want to use this one. I kind of like that white look. Yeah, I don't really like that angular thing going on with this, so let's try Night Watch. That's weird. Alright, well, we'll try this one. So just go ahead and, whoops, replace all of these. Don't really know why that keeps regenerating that there, but oh, so it always, even if you use that little duplicate tool, it'll always randomly generate the color. So I could, in fact, I think I am going to go ahead and try to get this to all be the same color. I think it'll just like look better. Okay, get out of here. See if we get the same color. Alright, that's purple again. Oh, maybe it's based, it might be based on like the tile that it's on. I'm pretty sure that was green last time. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, didn't mean to do that though. God, that's gonna go away anyway because it's not even on the right tile. We'll just wait for it to go away. Well, it should go away. I'll just bulldoze it, whatever. Anyway, boom. Give us... Oh, the logos are different, but whatever. I want it all to be blue. That's all that really matters to me. Okay, awesome. Now they're all blue. Cool. And then I think I'm going to try and get this road to be locked to here. There we go. That's what I wanted. Awesome. Then we can use some of these little parking lots. I was thinking just one right there. Maybe have one back here that's mirrored on this side. Maybe even have a few over here. We'll see about that. We'll get back to that one. But then we can use our walkways like this. Do some nice organic curving and whatnot. There we go. Actually, I think this is gonna break it. Yeah, well, a little bit. It looks fine, so I'll leave it there, like that. And then this sidewalk can. I'm actually just gonna do this for aesthetic. If we just put concrete here instead. Actually, I'm gonna try something. I haven't tried these yet, but there are some little filler tile pieces here that might look kind of good here. We just do this and this. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I like that. The grass kind of clips, but we won't worry about that too much. Not a big deal. Alright. I definitely like these props a lot. This mod in general is really nice though. I love the fact that you can alter the props like this. And that actually even looks kind of cool to, well, I don't know. It might clip because it's like on the same level. But there's lots of weird stuff too in the random or the question mark category. But let's just go back here and get a few of these done. I think what I wanted to put here, actually, let's do some, I got an idea. Let's use some tables. I think those are going to be residential maybe? I saw a grill. Don't really want that. I think it was in the random category. Parking meters, info terminals. Oh, that's like a yacht, I think. Well, that's a nice, oh, it's not a street light. It's just like a railroad crossing. Wow, how many railroad crossings are there? What the heck? That's a parking meter. Let's try this. This might be the right category, actually. Yeah, here we go. So there's rustic picnic. We want the table set, though. Table set's the nice one. So I'll throw a few of these down like this. Rotate them a little bit just for... Wow, I don't even have prop and tree anarchy on right now. Just totally lets me put this here. That's nice. Alright, so I'll put him on the ends. Try and rotate him a little bit as we put him down. There we go. And then in this one, awesome. And then what can we put for these? Might just have some boxes kind of stacked up over here in the middle of these. something like that with like a... I'm going to turn prop anarchy on. Now we can put them wherever we want. You can see I can go right through here. Just throw a few of these down. Like that. I might grab this little palette thing too. I think that kind of looks nice. There we go. Same thing with this, but we'll use boxes. I'll try to not make it look anything like the other one. So we'll get some variety in the shape. Alright, that looks kind of nice. That's cool. So I'll probably end up doing more detail work on this later. I don't really want to do all of it just live. It'll take forever, but let's get the last few buildings in here then. So we'll have one there. Maybe do like a 3 here and then 3x2. 2 3x2s and a another 2x2. Probably duplicate this one or something. Actually, no, we should just fill these out. I think it'll look nicer if this is all just full of buildings there. As best we can. I'll use some trees to kind of cover that up a little bit. Make it all look like one big thing. And then I think we should definitely get a cool logo for this building, or this little plaza. I actually saw a really cool one. There's some cool ones in this animated setup. Whoa, there's a bigger one. Random large billboard. We don't want that though. I think I might use this little hologram chirpy. I think it's kind of cool as a logo. So we'll just find the places that would have logos. I think actually it would be kind of cool to even have the hologram chirpy here too, like right at the entryway. I'll put some stuff around it to make it look nicer, like a bench or something. Maybe have it over here. You want the logo definitely displayed all around your office space, your plaza. And this is an entryway, so maybe we'd have something here too, but I'll figure this one out in a minute because I think I might try to expand this a little bit more in this direction too. But let's not worry about that right now because I'm probably gonna do that. I'll probably do a little bit of this work in the time-lapse next episode, just because as you can see it takes a little while to do all this stuff. So let's just pull down that. I'm gonna use the walkways. See, that's actually one over, so I'll go one over and then create a nice curve here. Actually need to eyeball it a bit to make it nice and clean. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, I might actually put the chirpy out more. I think I will. Put it like right there. Is that relatively in the middle, right? Like that? Yeah, that's good. It's kind of off center though. There we go. Nope, that's still off center. And boom. Okay, that's in the middle. Perfect. All right. Now a few more sidewalks to go. I'm gonna follow that same pattern that I've done quite a few times now, where we just do this, make a nice curve, and then bring it this way for a little while. And then I'll figure out what to do with this once we figure out if we're going to add more to this plaza or not. But at this point, I'd probably go in and start doing some more detail work. There's lots of trees to put down and detailing to do. And I'll probably use lots of those little park benches around this area to make this feel like a little community area just to kind of hang out. You'd want your companies, like a nice little park or something out here. Let's see if I can make this look good. Yeah, that's good. And we'll have something in the center here. Maybe put the chirpy in the middle, actually. But yeah, lots of detailing to do. And I'll definitely do a lot more work on this area. Oops, next episode. And most likely going to do a few different little plazas in the time lapse just to get some of that work done. Because I know there's a lot to be done before this area is finished. So anyway, that's the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.